What's up everybody, Steve from Cult of Mac here, and today I'm going to give you 9 tips you need to know about the iPhone X. So as of today, I have finally spent an entire week with the iPhone X. With that, there's a lot that I've learned from using it, and from you guys in the comments that I think you will find useful if you've just picked up the iPhone X, or if you're planning to buy one. First up is swiping to close. In my 3-day review, I thought the swipe to close option had disappeared with the iPhone X, but thankfully I was wrong. Also, quick shout out to David and Chad Michael for the love of music, and James Baker for pointing this out. To close apps, open up the app switcher by swiping up and holding, press and hold until you see the little close icons, and then you can swipe up to close them just as on previous iPhones. Secondly, opening up the app switcher can feel a little bit sluggish if you just swipe and hold straight up. But as Jaden Dickinson and Muralo Gamer pointed out, you can actually swipe up and to the right to enable it a little bit quicker. It's a really small adjustment that makes a huge difference. Next up is reachability. Even though the iPhone X is only a little bit larger than the iPhone 8, stretching all the way up to the top of that screen is a little bit hard, especially for my Donald Trump size hands. Reachability doesn't come enabled on the iPhone X, so you can turn it on by going to Settings, General, Accessibility, and then Reachability. Once activated, you access it by swiping down at the very bottom of the screen. This took me a little while to get the hang of, but essentially you're swiping down on that tab at the bottom of the screen, which is now the new home button. Tip number 4 is how to access Siri and Apple Pay. Thanks to the removal of the home button, these have now been moved to the side button. To activate Siri, simply long press and it'll pop up. Tell me a joke.
What did one iPhone say to the other iPhone? I used to know this one.
For Apple Pay, it's a quick double tap and it'll verify you using Face ID. In case you're wondering how to turn the phone off since Siri is now a long press on that side button, it's a combination of the volume button and the side button. Point 5 is all about Face ID. If you've seen our iPhone X review, you'll know just how much we love Face ID. It works brilliantly and I'd never want to go back to Touch ID. But what if you need to disable it? Say you're being mugged and they're trying to get you to look at the iPhone screen to unlock it. To do so, you can hold either of the volume buttons and the side button until you feel a little taptic vibration. Then Face ID is disabled and the only way to get in is to use your passcode. After you've entered your passcode and locked it again, Face ID will automatically re-enable. As an extra little tip, if you hold the volume button and the side button for a little longer after that first vibration, it'll then ring an alarm and automatically trigger emergency SOS and call the authorities. Talking of Face ID, what if you want to unlock your iPhone without looking directly at it? As standard, you need to be looking directly at your iPhone with your eyes open and paying attention to unlock it. If you're someone who just likes to quickly glance at your phone or look at it out of the corner of your eye to see notifications, well, you can actually disable the need for you to be paying attention. Head to Settings, then Face ID and Attention. You can then toggle off the need for attention to off. Doing this can also help with some sunglasses blocking Face ID, but remember that this will also make the iPhone less secure. As the control center is now all the way to the top of the screen, Apple has implemented 2 new icons at the bottom of the lock screen for quicker access to 2 of the most used functions. At the bottom of the screen, there's now flashlight and camera icons, which you can 3D touch to access. It's a whole lot quicker and easier to do without looking at your phone, which I constantly do with the flashlight. Of course, you can still swipe right to left to open the camera, but again, it's a lot easier and quicker using that new icon. Love it or hate it, that notch at the top has taken away some room from the usual info bar, taking away the option to see battery percentage. Thankfully though, you can still glance at it by swiping down on the control center from the top right of the screen, and you'll get to see that useful percentage once again. And for my final tip, which could be one of the most useful for the iPhone X, is how to force restart. If everything has gone wrong and you need to force your iPhone X to restart, you'll need some fancy PlayStation 2 style sheets. First, press and release the volume up, then press and release the volume down, and then finally hold the side button. Once you see the Apple logo, you know you've got it right. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video or found it useful. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you in the next one.